Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about a deck that is pretty familiar on the channel. We are going to be talking about Eldritch. This is a pretty interesting format that we live in nowadays. It's pretty mid-range, and if you don't know what that term does, it means that the average decks that you will be facing are control decks, which means that the game is a little bit more slow. You're not going to get like comboed a whole lot. You can definitely still die on turn 3. But overall, the game is a little bit more slower and a little bit less impactful, and that gives all the room in the world for traps to come back into the game. There are very, very many good traps out there right now that can easily stop the turn of like a Tri-Brigade deck or a Virtual World deck. And I really wanted to play traps at the Remo Duo Invitational Qualifier this weekend. I tested this deck for a week, but I was a little bit unhappy with the overall result. But overall, I'm quite happy. And yeah, today I'm going to show you the deck and walk you guys through how I build it. And all right, let's quickly go to the deck profile. There you go. So yeah, overall I really still like the deck. I still think it's built well, but yeah, I don't know, it was missing a little bit. Like if you go first against Try, you 100% win, but if you go second, it's gonna be difficult. We play 3 monsters, which are Lord and Ecclesia. I don't play the Red Ice package because I don't want to play the Red Ice package. It's just literally that is the reasoning behind it. I really wanted to play the Dogmatica engine. I got to borrow it of Bruce, so big shout out to Bruce. Go check out the B-Trooper deck profile of him on the channel. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. It's like the optimal ratio. You just want to set traps and resolve powerful spells and don't want to mess with your monsters too often. Then, since we don't really special summon at all, I play Triple Duality. Some people would play Prosperity, but I like resolving both Duality and the Extravagance. Overall, just think this is generally really, really nice and really, really clean to play. And still very happy with all these cards. And you play Nadir Servant as well for the Ecclesia, of course, makes sense. Then we play Triple Cursed Element. Some builds are not playing this, but I play Dynamiscus, which is why I would like to play this, because we need some cards in hand. But some people have been cutting them because it doesn't impact them enough. And one Call by the Grave for the last spell because it is just one of the best spell cards in the game right now. Triple Sanguine, Triple Conch, Double Aquero, Triple Strike. We don't main Judgment. You could, but I really don't see what to cut. Triple Torrential. I wanted to play a Floodgate, so I choose to play Gozen Match, Triple Dynamiscus, Double Punishment, since we can search it. And then the last 2 cards are Scale Drain and Imperial Order, which are some of the best cards in the game as well. So yeah, overall just very high impactful cards. Paleo on a Virtual World or a Prank Hit or a, what's it called, Tri-Brigade will make them pass their turn together with Punishment. That does that as well. A Ghost Match is also very solid for all those decks, just like Torrential and Strike. So overall I choose to play the best traps out there. This main deck does die to Dragoon, which happened in testing a little bit, which is kind of what I was scared for, but I really couldn't justify playing the Ice Dragon Prison over any of the cards that I run right now. So the extra deck is easily the part that I am least proud of to say. I think there should be more Link 1s to play, but I am kind of not sure which ones and how. So for now, this is temporary, but I think you should add at least one more Link Spider or an Imduk. I played double in this. I play a lot of different targets. The extra deck is kind of tight because there are a lot of significant plays you can do with like other stuff as well. I play 1 Fossil Warrior and 1 Advert Ignister. So what happened a lot actually was I would Nadir Servant Sentences pop my own Outland. That happened actually more than I would have liked, but it was like very optimal. And these cards are just additional targets, so if you don't know what this card does, if it's in your graveyard except the turn it's banished, you can banish it, or it's sent to the grave, you can banish it and destroy a monster on the field. And when this card is in your grave and a monster you could throw gets destroyed by battle or card effects, you could banish it, target a card on the field, shuffle into the deck. So you send this with either like the Servant if you don't need the pop, or the or you send it with the Punishment, which is nice. Fairy Chit to send with the Punishment to draw and bottom a card. Not very impactful, didn't really use that a lot, so this could be the Link Spider. 1 Vampire Sucker. What happened a lot was I would be missing 1 Lord because it was banished or somewhat, and then this is like one of the very few generic cards that you can make in the deck. Which is just a body, a Aquero or a Conquistador Lord. 1 Lina for extending and to search occasionally, and to make the deck just a little bit more expensive, I guess. This card was really nice. I was kind of missing a Link 3 to go into sometimes, but not a lot of the matches were playing lights anyway, but I can see why she's here. One Link Spider, one BLS, which is just an insane card. I played Double Pleiades, which is easily the best card in the entire extra deck. I do play Gustav because I like it, and one Liebe. I won't play the Liebe because I also play one Zeus, just in case it can come up. And it in testing, it definitely did come up a bunch of times. So yeah, as you can see, it is kind of stacked still. You cannot choose not to play this, or you cannot not play the Ferrijit. I will probably cut the Ferrijit myself. But there's definitely room for stuff you can do. You can also play like the Imduk and then the Wind, and you can also play like the Ausa as well. There's so much stuff that you can do with this deck. It's really, really cool actually, the extra deck. People often just like disregard it, but it's actually like really, really nice. If you would like to play this deck more, I heavily recommend watching Tripp's video about the deck. He goes into detail a lot, and he also has some very interesting lists, and my list was loosely based on his one. Judgment could be in the main. I cited for now. Anti-Spell could be in the main. What I cited was the border. I think I'm going to change it for 2 more Heavy Storm Dusters, so only play 1 and like a Harpies. This card definitely wasn't the best in the deck, honestly. I thought it would be great, but with Tida Servant, it kind of clashes in the Torrential as well. So I feel like this should be the 2nd and 3rd Heavy Storm Duster and just a Harpies Feather Duster. And then I played triple Golem and double Ball. I like to play 5 of these cards so that you have like a high statistical percentage of drawing them and not drawing both. And I choose to play Lava Golem over the Sphere Mode because for some decks, Sphere Mode just isn't live and the Lava Golem would be. So I choose to summon the Lava Golem over the Sphere Mode anyway. But this has been honestly quite insane. In testing, this came up a bunch. I really, really like the cards against like any combo deck or any deck that summons more than 2 times. Even Virtual World, you could just Lava Golem them, or maybe sometimes even Sphere Mode them. I wouldn't really cite this in. But this is definitely for the Drytron matchup because you don't play any hand traps, you just let them go. And in your turn, you just set the 5 best cards in your deck, and then next turn you just Torrential Strike and you insta win. That's at least the game plan. And so far, very, very happy with the deck. I really like playing it. Again, huge shout out to Bruce for providing the cards because I don't own. I have so many cards, but I don't own the Dogmatica package because it's a little bit too late to buy them now. So hopefully I get them in the Mega Tin and get to play with them like 2 days before it gets banned. And yeah, really, really enjoy this deck. Very happy I finally got to try it. I wanted to try this deck out for so long. And yeah, it's been really enjoyable, just very powerful. Every card in the deck is very strong, very versatile. And yeah, and there's still a lot of options for your personal desire, so definitely look at your own locals or events you're going to and kind of try to predict a little bit, because maybe the Ice Dragon Prison can come in, or maybe even the Summon Limit can come in. And yeah, this has been the Eldritch Deck Profile. Back on the channel once more. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.